Welcome to this episode of Let's Talk Trans with your hosts Gabe and Leo. This is a show that supports the LGBTQ plus community as a whole while focusing on the lives, struggle, and achievements of transgender people. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Hey, welcome to our Wednesday night edition. Don't laugh at me. I already messed this up.
I'm laughing at you.
I'm already messing this up, and this is just, it's another fabulous Wednesday night. So,
I wouldn't call it fabulous, but it's a Wednesday night.
It's a Wednesday night.
It feels like Monday.
It's hump day.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Not even a little?
Not even a little.
Okay. So, we weren't here on Sunday because I really, really was feeling bad after that fall last week. And I just, I'm not even feeling great today. But we didn't want to let people down by not being here 2 nights in a row. That just seemed like really kind of not cool. And we do have listeners, and so...
Sadly, you people want us regularly.
I know. Who in their right mind would want to listen to me on a regular basis?
We're too crazy. We're two crazy people with a podcast.
I like that. We shouldn't I think we should go from Let's Talk Trans to 2 crazy people with a podcast.
2 crazy people with too much money.
Not enough.
not enough money. If we had too much money, we'd have our own studio. We're just doing this in the living room.
Yeah, we'll work on that. Okay. What we're going to talk about tonight is kind of a hot button topic. It's definitely a trigger thing. We're going to probably piss off some cisgender people.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah. We're probably going to piss off a couple of people, and, well, let's just face it, the people that we've already pissed off don't listen anymore.
Yeah, we kind of got contact with one of them.
Yeah.
I still want my pillow back. That's the worst part. I want that pillow back.
You want your pillow back?
It was a pillow pet.
Yeah, for those of you who remember what pillow pets are.
It's a pillow pet, and I want it back.
I want my pillow back. It was a unicorn. Tell him it was a unicorn.
It was the purple unicorn.
It was a purple unicorn.
I like it.
So
I want my blanket back.
What we're going to talk about tonight is toxic relationships and when enough is enough.
Yeah.
Not so much. Not so much as in like dating relationships or because let's face it, neither one of us have any real freaking clue about that one.
Dating life, what's that?
What's dating? I have children. I am a single parent. What's dating?
I like my best friends.
Oh, no.
And that's my problem.
Yeah. But what we're talking about is, as transgender individuals, as members of the LGBTQ plus community, cutting ties with people who are not supportive.
Mm-hmm.
And Leo and I have very, very different opinions on this one. And we're going to talk about why we have those different opinions.
Yeah.
And for starters, what is classified like? What do you when we say toxic relationship?
Mm-hmm.
What comes to mind?
A person who basically knocks you down repeatedly. That is my idea of a toxic relationship. A person, it doesn't matter who they are to you, who constantly is like, you look bad in this. You did this wrong. You look terrible today. Why would you say that? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. And I know plenty of people who are in toxic relationships.
I think on the Facebook pages, I see that regularly. It's kind of sad. Whether it's a family member, a parent, a spouse, a child even.
Yeah.
There always seems to be somebody with this negative connotation.
Mm-hmm.
This negative
opinion.
Yeah.
And what we're often taught as children is if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all.
I love that poster. Everything I learned in 5th grade. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, seriously look it up. Everything I learned in kindergarten.
And it is something that children, at least in my school, was kind of like beaten into our heads.
Yeah.
And
not physically.
Not physically. Verbally. Verbally.
Verbally. We need to establish that. Not physically.
But even some of the adults at that school didn't follow it.
Yeah. And you had that problem in the last couple of weeks where you were being misgendered.
Mm-hmm.
And it was brought up, and in some cases it's oh my god, I'm absolutely sorry, you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
In some cases they're like, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
Which is total. Where's that button? Anyway, so for me, a toxic relationship is like when you can't trust somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It not even has to be like. No, not like that.
I can't trust any of my friends.
I mean, like you can't trust. You can't go somewhere and trust that somebody's going to say, "Oh, this is my son." Oh, this is
okay.
This is Leo.
Yeah.
Or you can't trust them to use he, him, or she, her, or they, them, or to introduce you
Properly.
Classified as a hostile environment.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk about this because you don't like going to family members' houses.
Oh yeah.
Because you feel like you have to be on the defensive.
Mm-hmm.
That's, in my opinion, a hostile relationship.
Toxic relationship.
A toxic relationship.
Hostile environment.
Like you said, loaded with negativity.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's ever good enough. Nothing's, even, and this is where it gets me. And it's a control thing and a lack of communication and a continuous disrespect.
Our family's really good at not communicating.
I know, right?
We need a family therapy.
The other thing is something that's called mutual avoidance.
Okay.
And that's where you and another person, you intentionally go out of your way not to see them.
Oh.
Or they go out of their way not to see you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You're like, oh crap, they're onto me.
They found my
Insufficient
secret.
support.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it's ceaseless control. Never-ending drama. Yeah. So, and these are just a couple of the ones that like stick out to me. I, of course, go on websites to look at signs of toxic relationships.
To make sure that you're not in one.
You know what? I will say that in some cases, I actually think that Kai hits a lot of these.
You're just now realizing this?
No,
Okay, good.
no, but
I would feel really bad for you if you were.
But see, like these are like when a person feels drained or a person, if someone makes you feel unworthy or worthless or less than you are,
Mm-hmm.
that person is toxic.
Yeah.
Not you. They are.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's and this is kind of like that vendetta mentality that some of us in this family have.
I didn't do anything. You
It's
can't
not
legally
it's,
prove anything.
It's not a tit for tat moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's not, well, she made me do this, or he did this, or he said that, or she didn't do that, so therefore I'm going to return the favor.
I feel like this is targeted.
It's not targeted. It's legitimate. I mean, like, it's legitimate. And again, in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that comes to mind is, when you have these relationships, and it's a lot easier when it's not a spouse,
Mm-hmm.
or a significant other, or in my opinion, an insignificant other. When you've gotten tired of the spouse and you're in the relationship because it works,
Mm-hmm.
versus in it because you care.
Like that down the hall?
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Man. All right.
Is that an insignificant relationship?
Yes, that's an insignificant relationship. For those of you who will be hearing the scratching and the whining,
Don't worry about it.
Artemis is in heat, and Thanos knows it. And if you've ever seen the cartoon Cat Dog, that's sometimes what happens in this house. So that's what's going on. Leo's just going, yeah, that's not right.
If you've never seen the cartoon Cat Dog,
don't look it up.
Don't look it up and imagine dogs.
Don't
do it.
No.
Spare yourselves.
Yeah. There's some kid's gonna go cat dog. Type. Ew! Oh my god, that's gross. That's so nasty.
I'm gonna get a concerning DM when I get back to my computer. What is cat dog?
What is cat dog? So, like I said, this is easier for people who are not in a committed relationship.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about cutting ties, at what point do you go, enough is enough, my mental and physical health, because this does have physical ramifications, but my mental and physical health are more important than this relationship.
Yeah.
At what point do you do that? Now, and this is where you and I have very different opinions. So let's start out with you and talk about when it comes, for you, when is that time frame?
When it genuinely comes to, like, how I am as a person. If you don't like me, don't talk to me.
Okay.
If you don't like a certain thing about me, stop talking to me. I don't, unless it's constructive criticism, I don't want to hear it.
Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism.
Constrictive criticism makes it sound like it's a boa constrictor and it's trying to kill you.
That's the clear difference. I said constructive.
No, you didn't.
I said constructive.
I
have a lisp.
I can play it back.
I said constructive, not constrictive.
I don't sound that. I don't do the tongue thing.
But yeah, if, like, say someone didn't like me for being transgender,
Mm-hmm.
oh well.
Well, and
I'm comfortable with who I am. I don't care if you're not. Get out.
And that's, I think that's where we kind of vary.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're very cut and dry, black and white.
Mm-hmm.
If the person doesn't respect that, then you're like, okay, well, hey, you know what? There's a umpteen odd million people on this side of the fence that do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to be associated with that type, them over there because they don't.
Yeah.
No, never mind.
But in the same breath, I have a friend.
You have a friend?
I have a friend.
You have. I didn't know you had friends.
Get out.
I live here. You get out.
Fine, I will. You record this podcast by yourself, see how that goes out.
Yeah, okay.
I have a friend who's very toxic. I'm well aware that she is toxic.
Okay.
I'm still friends with her.
Right.
Because I have been aware of the environment that she's in.
Mm-hmm.
Aware that she's a product of her environment.
Okay.
And I have a savior complex.
Wonder how that works.
So I'm trying to help her be a better person. In the same breath, I have friends who are not as toxic, but still kind of are, that go, Leo, you need to stop.
Okay. Alright.
I'm targeting a person directly. They know who I'm talking about.
They know who they are.
They know.
All
They
right.
might not listen, but they know. They know.
So, okay, let's do a theoretical.
Okay.
Maybe it's not so theoretical. You had a parent.
Okay.
Okay.
Where is that coming from?
I don't even know where that's at.
Is that in your pants?
It's in my butt.
You can't say that.
I can too, but
Put
it's
the
a
phone
completely
down.
acceptable word.
Put the phone down.
Put the phone down.
Put the phone
No,
down.
no, no.
Give me the phone.
No.
Give me the phone.
No.
Give me the phone.
I'm putting the phone away. Dog
See,
said
even the
so.
dog said
Yeah,
that.
dogs are agreeing. Oh, they must be separated.
It is time to get good. And what you can hear in the background is a toxic relationship.
Yes, it is. Anyway, so, all right, so you have let's theoretical.
Okay.
The parent who disagrees.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a parent is a parent. You only get two in your whole life.
Yes.
Two biologics.
Too biological.
Okay, steps, whatever have you. Adoptives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Figures.
Yeah. It's easy to say, let's cut that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because for your own mental well-being, your own physiological well-being, all the above.
Mm-hmm.
Neurological, and so on and so forth. But do you actually, you know what I mean? Do you actually cut it? I mean, like, it's different. It's easy to say, hey, I know you were my friend, but you don't accept me. I can walk away from you because you're just a friend.
Mm-hmm.
But it's another thing to say, well, that's flesh and blood.
Yeah.
And so how would you, I mean, can you actually just walk away and go,
As long
as a teenager?
as a teenager.
As a teenager. Because that's where this varies.
Mm-hmm. If I am not medically insurance, what's the
How would you medically?
medically? If I'm not medically, if this parent is not medically providing for me,
Okay.
if this parent is not providing a roof over my head,
Mhm.
food on my plate,
Mhm.
clothes in my closet,
Mhm.
bedding for my bed,
Okay.
anything,
I think we've established all the
anything
requirements.
that I need to survive,
Yeah.
they get cut off.
Okay, but
Now I sound very materialistic.
not necessarily.